Hi, I'm Mindy Smith, known as MsCheapskate on the internet, and also from my family and friends. Um, I'm a professional organizer and I give home and lifestyle tips on my website and on my Facebook page. And I used to do product reviews for an ABC affiliate and write articles on saving money and saving time. Some of you know my husband, some don't. I'll let him introduce himself.
Hello, I'm Brian Smith, trophy husband. I had to get that in there. I'll just keep saying that's my new tagline.
Tell us a little bit about yourself for those who don't know.
I play drums.
Go for it, Bry.
Ridiculous. That's about it. I play a lot of drums. I play in 4 different bands. I play in a heavy metal band called Hemlock that tours the world. I play in I don't even know how to describe the band anymore. Pretty much a rock band these days with elements of country and punk and others, called Grindstone Creek. Wearing the shirt today. A little shout out. I'm also in an 80s hair metal band, even though I don't have much hair anymore, called Stranger Than Paradise. That's a lot of fun. And a blues rock band called Monday's Child.
And you've been playing drums for how long?
A long time. Started when I was like 10, so about 87 years now.
87. It's been 87 years. One of my favorite memes. Let's see. Let's talk about what you're doing, what's coming up musically. I guess I'll go first. For me, what's coming up, always new YouTube videos, more fun tips and tricks on my Facebook page, and lots of organizing for clients. Just got a big job done for a client in senior living, and more putting up with this guy. What do you have coming up?
Lots of shows. They pop up almost daily anymore. Just had an impromptu one. Actually, yesterday we had 2 hours notice. That was Monday's Child gig. Grindstone Creek has a super fun show coming up here pretty soon at Cafe Acoustic. And the biggest thing we got is Hemlock is ready to start turning the wheels of the bus once again. We have a campaign going right now to help earn money for a new tour bus. We had our old one for about 11 years, toured the country multiple times, and finally gave out on us and broke down. So we started a little campaign and have been offering slash selling slash taking donations, a lot of old Hemlock memorabilia, old tour banners, autograph CDs, t-shirts, a lot of different merchandise and memorabilia items, and putting all that money towards getting ourselves a new tour bus. And I think we have July 23rd is the end of the campaign on that, so we're getting pretty close to the end, and we're doing fairly well. But if you still want to get in on that, you still have time. And
You can
that's
check
about
that
it.
out on hemlockworld.com.
Hemlockworld.com will have all the info, and we're on all the social medias as well.
And you're getting the bus ready for.
I would say world domination, but it's basically U.S. because we're not gonna get a plane; we're getting a bus. So
So
it'll
some
be.
mini tours.
Yep. We got a couple weeks coming up at the end of September, working out to Florida and back, and then next year is Hemlock's 30th anniversary, and I'm sure we will do lots of touring then. So we're gearing up for that, getting all fired up again this year, and ready to rock.
Awesome. Awesome. And so, what we're going to talk about today is a little bit of combining what we both do. Talking about being organized for the road, because you spend a lot of time on a tour bus, a lot of time going to Europe, um, weekend runs, merch, all kinds of things. You don't handle merch for Hemlock, but we handle merch for your other bands. And so, one of the things when the bus broke down that I really noticed, well, and I noticed this before too, when I would come visit when you're on the road, that you guys are very methodical about loading in, loading out, how things are packed back into the bus. as far as equipment and merch and everything. There's a strategy to it. It's kind of like a giant game of Tetris.
Yes. And checklist, organization, yes.
Yeah. Which my sister-in-law, I know, kind of handles a lot of that, and direction as far as, what she wants next when it's going in the bus, things like that. So I think we keep you guys pretty well organized at home and on the road. But
well, yes, you said sister-in-law. I guess we can explain a little bit more. The lead singer of Hemlock is my brother Chad. So
yeah, and his wife Jalinda is sometimes bus driver, handles merch and keeps you guys
very
corralled
hands-on.
pretty well.
We'll just give the universal title of den mother, perhaps. So yeah, very helpful. The social medias and all of that as well. So
yeah, so and keeping the stuff on the bus organized, let alone these four critters that play and sing and make a mess. Organizing, when it came down to the bus being broken down, I noticed too, you pretty much were able to rent vehicles, get everything that you needed there to the next site. When I went out in November, there was actually a rental truck that was broken into, and I think it was pretty easy for you guys to identify pretty quickly what was stolen, again, because of your sense of organization. So that was an unfortunate example and way to see how organized you guys are, but it kind of
just gonna say, ain't that some luck? Bus breaks down 3 times. We get a U-Haul trailer or U-Haul truck, and then it gets broken into.
Yeah.
So, yeah, good times.
Yeah, but without the sense of organization and structure there, it would have been harder to figure out. And you guys were pretty quick about, making a list of what needed to be replaced, running and getting it from the venue, and getting right back to everything to replace and go on with the show.
Didn't miss the show at all, the whole tour. So yeah. And that's organization, and unfortunately, past situations you definitely learn from as well. So quick to snap and get a game plan and get moving forward.
Yeah, and that's going to be a big part of getting the new bus in order too, is because you're not getting a bus that's made for musicians. You're looking at tell us a little bit about.
Well, the last one we did was great. It was actually an old school bus that we customized and converted ourselves. We kept a few of the existing benches up front. We built overhead compartments, much like an airplane, storage space above. And then you went back to, we had like microwave, fridge area, all of that. And then we'd get bunks. We had our custom bunk areas made, and then a retaining wall, and then all the gear went in the back, and we'd load through there. So we'll probably follow a similar formula again this time and customize it slightly differently, but probably pretty similar, because we know that's what worked for us.
Yeah, and I noticed that too when the last time that I intended to stay with you guys on the bus until it broke down that first night. I had everything kind of set up in my own bunk because they're small enough that, I had my own. And I noticed you guys had a lot of organizational tools that were put into your bunks, so it was easy to find everything. There were hooks with extension cords run, whatever you needed. And you utilize things like the over-the-door shoe holders for pockets to keep like your bath and body supplies, hygiene supplies, things like that.
Clothing even.
Yeah. And there were little just hooks for hanging bags and everything that, that we see like at the dollar stores and things that are good for home use. You guys had really utilized that pretty well. And then you had like underbed storage containers for your clothing too.
Plastic storage containers that pop out, lids pop off, and you just tuck and roll your clothes tight and slide them under there or whatever else you needed under there. Yeah,
just the slimline underbed storage totes. Yep. Yeah, and so that worked really well.
Yeah, just organization, and then even on the bench areas, the seat areas, we customized a couple of tables. We used to try to use like little TV trays, but instead we had customized tables bolted that could like fold up and down and whatnot as well, so that we have a workstation or a dining table or whatever in your own area. So yeah, we learned early on it's good to just basically have your own little space, even in within the tour tank setup. It's just nice to have your own area. You're responsible to keep that area clean and organized, and just works best for everyone, keeps everyone happy.
Yeah, and even in your seating areas, you had little pockets and things for hanging on the
cup
organizers and cup holders. all in your seating, like your own bench area, so that there were pockets to put all your supplies that you use, like when you're eating or just sitting there for the day. So, organization, it just keeps a nice little, somewhat structured appearance, but, keeps it neat and tidy, but it also keeps you, you relaxed a little because you're organized and everything's there within reach.
Yep. I've gotten better. I laughed when you first said organization on the bus because early days I would overpack and overtake a lot, and everyone would laugh and make fun of me and tell me, they would count my trips, and I'd be making 23 trips in and out, grabbing extra bags and garbage bags full of extra bedding and just all sorts of stuff. And then I wouldn't even touch a fourth of it. So got a little smarter and scaled down, a little more organized, and a little help from this one here too along the way. So kind of a little more streamlined, just what's necessary, and you don't need to bulk everything. Just get what you're going to need for that time frame.
Yeah, and I think I've even downsized a little bit. I used to laugh about my mom, how she would pack the large suitcases for every trip, and when she and my stepdad started on the motorcycle trips that they would take, how she downsized to, just what she could shove in the saddlebags of their motorcycle. And coming out to see you on the road several times, I've learned it's just, more affordable not to have all the checked bags. It's so much less to handle to just have a backpack as a carry-on, and to really limit all those what ifs and taking all the little extras. So I do throw maybe a mustard packet and a salt packet in my backpack. But even coming to Europe to see you guys for, and I was on my own on the way over and on the way back, stopping in various cities and then meeting up with you guys in Prague and flying back from Budapest. Even then, I was down to just a backpack and a purse. And at one point, I had to shove the purse into the backpack for one of the flights. So it had to be small. It had to be very well organized. And I've kept it pretty much the same ever since. And I think you're the same way. When it's time to go on the road, you kind of have that road bag kind of a go bag, kind of ready to go. And
I got a fanny pack.
The quick checklist. Yeah, well, that too. The fanny pack. The fanny pack for the, ID and all that.
Yeah, your phone, your media, all that stuff.
All the stuff you don't want someone to steal out of your pocket. So. Or
anyone to lose your bag. That's, again, I laugh and I smile because, life and, learning, as things go and things happen, just life experience. So.
Yeah. And the fanny pack is not me. That's him. He's all him. All fanny pack here. No fanny pack here.
Proud supporter. Yep.
My Little Pony fanny pack at that. So.
That's also true.
But it works really well. I mean, it's really handy. I can tell you, well, great show. Too bad I can't go see you guys. And at that moment, I'm grabbing my backpack, heading to the airport and heading out to see you and making it all happen pretty quickly. And you're none the wiser because I'm just hanging out at the house, but I'm still all ready to go at a moment's notice almost. So,
me too.
I think it's going to be the same. I know you guys were discussing plans for the new bus, the possibilities of what you could do if you were customizing one again, and discussing the pros and cons of what you did like or didn't like. And I think that's great too, when you can organize knowing what worked and what didn't the time before.
Yep. Experience and trials and doing it once and doing it again even better, I guess. Yeah.
So I'm pretty excited to see what it looks like once you guys get everything together. And this the campaign to raise the money includes some of the donations included like a prize pack that included getting your name on the back of the bus.
Yeah.
So if any of the fans wanted to donate, then they could get their name on the back of the bus for a certain amount, different levels of.
Amongst
and so that's kind of cool. Yeah. So I'm curious what it's gonna look like inside and out. The old one kind of looked like a prison bus, so I'm hoping this one maybe has some fun features.
Well, we learned from that once again too, because it started off red and white, and then people would graffiti and tag. So with the black bus, it's harder to tag because not everyone carries Sharpies, let alone anything that's gonna show through on a painted black bus. But then we learned after that, because it was super hot in there, so then we painted the roof white at least to keep not as much heat retained. So live and learn. Yeah, I don't know. I'd go Barbie pink. I don't care. I'm good with it. So
as long as it's organized on the inside, I don't care. But I'm just hoping it turns out fun and very useful for you guys.
Everyone will see the outside. You got to donate a lot for the VIP tour, so maybe we'll do a MTV Cribs edition.
Me? Do I have to donate a lot?
Yes.
Do can I just donate my time organizing the bus?
Yes, you can help me pack.
Which I will. I'm sure. So I have a few questions.
For
And
me?
these are just fun questions. We're both going to answer. I'm always scared to ask you questions, and I never know what your response is going to be.
We'll see.
But these are easy. These are easy, I think. And it's just a thumbs up, thumbs down, or whatever. George Michael or Michael Jackson?
Oh, that's tough.
Really?
Yes, because I love them both.
I used to.
Uh,
That's easy for me. Definitely George Michael.
I'm going to have to take into account hit for hit, longevity. I guess I'll go MJ, Michael Jackson.
Our wedding song, though, was George Michael.
Sorry.
Because I chose it.
Sorry. Well, yes. Can't beat it. Sorry. Sorry for that thriller of an answer. It's just the way you make me feel. Want me to keep going? Dirty Diana?
I was gonna say, doesn't matter if it's black or white, but it's George, not Jackson.
I do love George Michael too, but that's a tough one. It really
Okay,
is.
if I would have said Wham or Michael Jackson, would that have made a difference?
Michael Jackson got way more hits than Wham, and I would still credit George Michael with
Oh,
the
tell
Wham
about
hits.
the fridge. While we're on the George Michael subject, tell about the fridge. Your fridge.
Oh, the one in Germany. Yeah. Yes, that was amazing. Their fridge / beer cooler, the guy had rigged up to where you would open the door and it hooked up through their PA, play Careless Whisper very loudly, and just it kicks in when you open it, and it just made the whole experience even better. So I got video of it somewhere of us just you tell someone, hey, grab me a beer, and they go open it, and then Careless Whisper starts blasting. So yeah, it's pretty fun, pretty cool. I need to figure out how to rig that up. We need that here, at the house too.
All my fridge does is light up, and I'm just glad it does that. But
It
I'd
keeps
take a
stuff
little
cold.
George Michael.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd make it even better. Okay, what are you currently reading?
Phil Collin from Def Leppard's, what would you call that, music autobiography, I suppose? Those are
Yeah.
those are the books that interest me. I didn't read for years and years, really, and then I started reading a lot of 80s, but a lot of musician biographies, and it interested me, so I actually took a liking to reading again, and yeah.
I kind of stopped for a long time. My vision was really bad. It was like 2800, and now it's like 20. It was 2010 after LASIK. I think it's like 2030 now. But I think it's my ADHD. I don't get into reading
Books on
a
tape.
lot. But when I do, I love autobiographies or biographies even. I am reading a book called Veganist that's all about the vegan lifestyle, which you're vegetarian, sometimes vegan.
It's that
And I'm
cheese.
working on it. I've never been a big meat eater myself, so a little bit more plant-based these days, but I haven't gotten sucked into that book. I've been going back and forth between it and Ice-T's biography. So
I was going to say that's still sitting on the nightstand.
music biographies or any autobiography is great, I think, because I like to know how people, what makes them tick, I guess.
I just like hearing road stories and behind-the-scenes stuff and studio stories as well, so I think that's why I'm interested. Mainly of the bands I like as well, so
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm learning a lot or applying it to daily life necessarily. It's just fun entertainment, I guess.
Okay, next question. What's the weirdest job you've ever had?
That is a weird one. Like full-time job?
Just
like,
any job you've had. I guess
boy,
you could say gig, but not necessarily music gig, just...
none of this. I did work at a restaurant once where even if they could speak English, they didn't speak English to me, and I lasted 2 days. I was very confused, and I was like, I just can't do this.
Can you speak any
Any what?
languages besides English
Yes,
language?
basic words like Nacho Bel Grande and Burrito Supreme.
Taco Bellian.
No, I really can't. I would love to, but no, I struggle with English half the time. So
I speak fluent sarcasm. My weirdest job was probably also one of my very favorite jobs ever, which was working as, we called ourselves elves. It wasn't our official title, but we worked with Santa at the mall kiosk, helping the little kids up onto Santa's lap, and the not so little kids too. The adults were a blast when they came in to get their photo taken with Santa. Working with Santa is always great.
was it like
There's
bad
always candy.
Santa? Did you have bad Santa
Well,
stories?
just some days Santa was in a better mood and more professional than other days.
That's good.
We got our picture taken with Santa before we quit, like for the end of the season, and he was just so jolly. Lots of fun.
It's supposed to.
Anyway,
It's part of the job description.
I was kind of a professional elf. It was pretty cool.
What was in his eggnog? No, I'm just kidding.
I never knew with Santa. He was a blast. What's something you want to learn or try?
Sign language. I've been saying that for a long time.
Okay, so that would add to your languages.
And that would. And sewing. I need to know how to sew. Those are the two things. I did have New Year's resolution a few years ago, and I think I had like 3 or 4 things on there, and I accomplished majority of what it was, but those were the 2 that I didn't quite get to. So
Sewing. I can sew buttons on. I can sew a simple fix on a hem, but I can't use a machine. They always seem to tangle and make a mess. So.
We didn't answer. Is
Not
that what
thing.
yours is too? Sewing?
What do I want to learn or try?
Yeah.
Well, I've wanted to learn. I know just a few words of German, a little bit of Spanish too, but I really want to learn sign language. We've talked about that. Yeah, I'm learning. I'm doing guitar lessons on my own too, but I want to try something like our next cruise. I want to go on an excursion like that submarine one that you wouldn't go on with me. I thought that would be a blast going down in the submarine, and I hate heights, but that didn't bother me a bit. I love the submarine
You didn't
thing.
get to do it,
Well,
so it might have bothered you.
The idea of it didn't even bother me, and it definitely bothered you.
Yep,
so
sure did.
I may just have to do it without you.
Go for it.
But I would love to go on another cruise again, even if we don't get to do anything amazing, just to go.
I want to go on a music cruise. Actually, I want to perform on a cruise.
I'll go on a cruise where they teach me how to play guitar and go
I was
on a
going to say,
submarine.
you got to perform. You got to get on stage before the cruise is over. That's the whole trick. Rock camp.
I looked into a women's rock camp for summer. It was actually, the kids camp was a fly out and stay there for a few weeks, but the adult for women was like an every Tuesday or every Friday, so you had to be local, and it was fairly expensive actually. So, well, I guess I'll just have my own little camp in my own little room.
Well, my other thing was singing, which I guess I'm kind of starting to do that now. So I did take a few lessons a couple years back, and I'm actually trying in one of my bands now. So first rehearsal yesterday, and they said I wasn't horrible, so that's good. So,
no, they didn't kill you and they didn't kick you out of the band. I'd say that's a plus.
No
right?
one stabbed their eardrums out, so far so good, I guess. I'm still in the band.
Were they all wearing earplugs?
Not all of them. About half of them were, though.
Okay, so we just passed 4th of July, but what's your preference, fireworks or barbecues?
Can I say neither? I don't know.
That's pretty much us.
I just want Christmas or something, or Halloween at least. It's too hot.
We went to some friends for Memorial Day weekend, and they were going to barbecue, and we lucked out. They are indoor people, and they grilled outside and brought it inside, and we sat in the AC and checked out their new music room and their neat little organizational stuff. They had the coolest little guitar cabinet built into the wall that was like a cabinet door that opened, and then the pull out with all the guitars in it. Very cool. As a professional organizer who likes guitars, I was just really drilling all over that. And the fact that the barbecue came inside and I didn't have to go outside and sweat or sit in humidity or any of that
good
with
80s
them.
music on the whole time. That was nice.
Yeah,
yes,
it was a nice drive and a lovely day inside. That's my favorite kind of barbecue. With vegetarian or vegan foods and sides. I'm a sides person, so if it's barbecue with lots of sides, I'm in. Not much of a meat eater. And fireworks, if they were silent, I'd love it.
I'm not worried about that, but yeah. I don't know, fireworks are cool.
I just saw that some major city, it was either in France or Italy, their new like huge city display was silent, so that it didn't disturb people with like PTSD. It didn't disturb dogs or other animals. It was totally silent, and they said it was absolutely beautiful, just without the sound. And I think I would love that. I think a lot of people that I know would love that, and a lot of the dogs around the neighborhood would love that too. So
yeah,
it's kind of cool.
Well, noises don't bother me being a drummer, but yeah, I see how they do others. So yeah, cool.
Yeah. Our neighbors apparently love fireworks the best because we're hearing them every night.
It's
still.
everywhere these days. Yes.
Okay, so one more question. I recently had a very small surgery, and it was not a really small recovery. And on top of that, I had been sleeping very badly, and I spent about a month going back and forth to sleep on the couch, sleep on the bed, sleep on the couch, see which one was worse. And I found out they both were, and decided we needed a new mattress.
Can I interject real quick?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to lie. When you were sleeping on the couch, it's some of the best sleep I've had in a while. Just saying.
Earplugs. Again, it's like your friend, your bandmates in the singing. It's all in the earplugs.
I suppose.
Who knows? I don't know.
Anyway.
I wasn't there.
Sorry. Yes, new mattress time. Yes.
So we got a new mattress, and when I first asked you, you said, "Oh, I don't know. I didn't think we needed a new mattress anyway."
Because we had a relatively new one, newish.
4-ish years, but it was sinking in the middle, and I was rolling constantly.
Quit jumping on the bed.
And not sleeping well at all. And it wasn't just the recovery, but that definitely made it stand out even worse that I was not sleeping well. And sleep deprivation, it's not a healthy, safe thing at all. That's what
caffeine's for.
So what do you think of the new mattress?
I love it.
I sleep now, so I love it too. It's a little firmer than I thought that I would want, but I'd rather start out a little too firm, if anything, than a little too soft, and then it just goes downhill from there. I don't roll. You move in the night, and I don't even notice.
I only notice when you grab all the blankets, but other than that, yes.
And when you snore.
It's been nice. I snore to cover up your snoring sounds.
You snore when you put in earplugs so you don't hear me snore.
Mm-hmm.
And then you don't hear yourself. But I do.
It's a terrible domino effect, yes.
One of us has to be able to hear, though, for safety. So, no earplugs for me. I love the new mattress. And I said on my Facebook page I would let everybody know after we had at least a month to check it out before we really talked about what kind it was. And it's a Sealy Lordship, I think is the series. And it's a hybrid, so instead of all the coils being connected, it's actually like individually wrapped coils so that when one person moves, the other person isn't supposed to feel it. Motion transfer is the what you need to ask about, I guess. And that seems to work great. And then it has a cooling gel plush top or something like that. Anyway, I think it's kind of a great combination. So I've been pretty happy with it. It was not expensive. It was probably less expensive than almost anything we looked at, except like something, super, super cheap.
Yeah.
But it's doing the job, and I'm sleeping, so.
Yes,
I'm
and I like
happy.
that it's taller too.
Yeah. It is tall. I do feel like I need a little step stool to get in the bed. Like I have to jump, almost. And it doesn't have a box spring. We have an adjustable bed that we used quite a bit after one of my surgeries that I loved, which is probably why the other one wore out so fast too, because kind of bent it in the middle too many times. Maybe.
Probably.
I don't know. Anyway, new mattress, lots of sleep. That's great. It's always great. So again, my professional organizing website is MsCheapskate.com. My Facebook page is MsCheapskate. Hemlock World for the new bus campaign and the tour dates. Anything else you want to share?
Hemlock World's the keyword to just about all the socials. Facebook.com/Hemlock World, YouTube.com /Hemlock World, all the other several ones,
And
tons of videos.
Your
Correct.
Facebook page is Facebook.com/official Brian Smith.
I think that's it.
Official Brian Smith.
We've been updating.
Check it out.
that.
Let us know if it's wrong.
Yep, and I got other all the band ones, Grindstone Creek Official, like Strangers in Paradise Official on Facebook, and Monday's Child as well. And yes, working on my own personal stuff, thanks to being organized on the internet as well as in personal life. So
Yeah.
this Cheapskate's been helping me out a lot today, and my eyes are cross-eyed now from spending too much time on phones and computers, but it's gonna all pay off in the end, I'm sure.
Yeah, we'll have some updates soon. So if we do another one of these in the future, we'll have some other questions and answers that we'd like to know a little bit about what you want to hear from us, what you want to ask. So drop your questions in the comments down below and let us know what you're thinking, what you want to ask, what you want us to ask each other, and what kind of content you want to see in the future.
What shirt you want me to wear?
Well, you know.
I heard about those guys. They're on that new Stranger Things show. Oh, sorry.
No spoilers.
Oh,
No spoilers.
sorry. You should have seen it by now. There's got to be like a 2-week rule or something.
We've finished Stranger Things. For those of you who have not, or you haven't checked it out yet, we absolutely love Stranger Things. But we are completely caught up. So, no spoilers.
Never.
Don't want to ruin it for anyone else. We really enjoyed it. But again, check out our pages on Facebook. Throw us a like and let us know what you think about our next video together. If you want to see another one of us together, and what questions you want us to answer. And until then,
I don't have a sign off. I don't have anything clever. You can't spring that.
he
on
always
me.
has something clever, but not today.
Still,
I told him to settle down.
I know I'm very calm tonight. I guess I'll still chuck Woolery's line. We'll see you in 2 and 2, something like that.
Stay organized.
Right out the gate.
Yeah, great job.
Fourth
There
fourth
you go.
word was a curse word.
Hi, I'm Mindy Smith, MsCheapskate, as I'm known on the internet, and I'm here with James Spader.
You're definitely getting sued now. I'm husband trophy of the year, Brian Smith. Nice to meet you all.
Okay, we're gonna do that one again because that was horrible.
I thought it was
I
great.
couldn't help it. You keep leaning. Do you like me?
Just keep going. That was great.
Okay. I don't know what it is. I don't do this when you're not here. It's you. You're too serious.
Keeping my head straight. Focusing.
Okay.
This is going to be your most popular video yet.